Today I am going to be doing yet another makeup tutorial. Can you believe it? I have become obsessed, like I said. So today I have done a spotlight eye, and spotlight eye basically means the spotlight in, like, it's like a spotlight on the middle of your eye, right in the center of your eyeball. And I love doing spotlight eyes, and I just wanted an excuse to use one of my new Makeup Geek foiled eyeshadows, because I know a lot of you guys have been interested in potentially purchasing them. So I've used only Makeup Geek eyeshadows. What I tend to do with my makeup tutorials is when I do my eye makeup especially, I tend to try to use all the same brand, because it just makes it easier to recreate for you guys, which I think is more fair. And then yeah, so I'm using a couple of new products which I will mention during the video itself. I am intending to do a no makeup look next, hopefully, which is going to be a bit of a challenge because obviously I like my full-on looks. Other than that, I hope you really enjoy this video. Oh, my t-shirt, if you're interested in this popcorn sparkly little dude right here, is from Zara, and it's on sale at the moment, and I will make sure that I link it below so that you guys can get it if you're interested in quirky things like I am. Okay, cool, so on with the tutorial. Bye. Hello! Okay, to cut down time, I've already primed my face and my eyes. Everything will be listed below. So this is my Diorskin Star Foundation in the shade Honey Beige, which, look at that. How was I supposed to know it was just about to finish as I was starting this tutorial? Yet, great. So annoying. But you know what? I managed to get a little bit extra out of camera after swearing a bit, as you do. And now I am just applying it all over my face, as always, like it looks like I'm applying chickenpox medicine, just applying it evenly. And obviously this is just one layer because clearly I had run out. I need to go and do a whole bunch of restocking, and I am using my Sigma 3D HD Kabuki brush just to blend it all in so that it is all nice and even. This is probably one of my favorite foundations. I absolutely love it. Then I am using my Urban Decay Naked Skin concealer in the shade Medium Dark Warm, and I'm applying it underneath my under eyes to cover up my dark circles, and as usual my MAC Prep and Prime in the shade Light Boost to highlight under my eyes, my nose, my chin, and a little bit on my tiny little forehead. And then I am blending it in with my damp beauty blender. As always, kind of nothing new there, so yeah, it's just kind of the same as I always do. And to set it all, I'm using the shade Banana and Vanilla from the Anastasia Beverly Hills contour kit, and using my Real Technique contour brush, just setting my under eyes, and then a little bit on my nose as well as my chin, and I think on my forehead as well. This is just what I tend to do pretty much every day. Obviously you can tell from the condition of my palette. My Kick-Ass powder by Seven Glory had just broken. I am so not impressed with that stuff. I've hardly even had it that long. And I'm using my Sigma Large Powder F30 brush just to lightly, very lightly, just set my foundation. Now I'm using my Carmex lip balm as always to prime my lips. This is very, very important step for me, and it should be for all of you guys, so that your lips look amazing at all times. Now I'm using my Makeup Geek eyeshadow in the shade Beaches and Cream. And with the Sigma E40 brush, which is a large tapered blending brush, I am applying it all over from the top to the bottom of my eyelids, because I am creating a very neutral base. This is almost the same color as my skin, that's why I like to do that. Now I'm using the shade Chikadee and my MAC 224 brush, and I'm applying it in the crease. I'm going to layer it once, twice, maybe 3 times. It all depends on how intense you want it to be. This is a gorgeous, lovely, warm orange shade, and it is just like the perfect definition color to give your eyes a little bit of color but a little bit of warmth at the same time. So we're just going to do that backwards and forwards on both eyes. Next I'm using the shade Bitten, and I'm using a small tapered blending E45 brush by Sigma again, and I am placing it on the outer part of my eyelid, or the outer V area. I'm not really blending, I'm just more placing it, because we will be blending it afterwards, because this is a spotlight eye, so we're almost creating the border to the spotlight. So just make sure that you apply it little by little until you're building it up slowly. This will be blended out, and then we'll kind of be packing the color on backwards and forwards, so don't worry about being too neat, but don't go past your kind of lashes if you can, because with a spotlight eye you try to make it quite circular around your eyeball. And then do exactly the same thing on the inner part of your lid. As you can see, I'm kind of patting it, but then I'm dragging it so that I'm almost creating a curve to sit around the eyeball. So you just need to do that with both of your eyes. Now, using the same shade and a brush, you have to basically bridge the gap between the outer and the inner lid. Try not to get it too much above the crease, because obviously you've got the Chikadee shade there, and this is just meant to be like you're encasing the spotlight bit of your eye, so it's giving a border to everything. Again, don't worry too much about blending at the moment, it's just about placement. Try and keep it as neat as possible, and try not to go too far down. Even if you do, you're going to still cover it up, but try not to go too far up. Just keep it right literally within the crease of your eye so that it stays nice and neat. Now the best bit, the blending bit. Using my Zoeva 228 crease brush and a little bit of Bitten, all we need to now do is blend all of that out so that there are no harsh lines. Again, try not to drag it up too much. I dragged it out a tiny little bit, just so that there is a nice transition between the Chikadee and the Bitten shade, and just keep blending and blending and blending until there are no harsh lines. And at some point you will see that some of the color may fade a little bit, and then all you have to do is just use that same Sigma brush and then just pack on the color again. Keep blending it backwards and forwards with both brushes, as well as obviously using my Chikadee shade again just to blend above the top. Just keep blending so that everything is seamless, and so there is no harsh lines whatsoever, so that you can place the spotlight color on with no problems at all. Now the fourth shadow I'm using is the shade Fantasy, which is like a light mint green. Yes, very excited. And I'm using my finger to pack it on as much as possible onto right of the center of the eye. Do not go above the crease. Do not go to the side. Try not to cover any of the Bitten. Only a little bit will get covered. But the whole point of using your finger is so that you are not diffusing it out. You are getting the full powerful punch of that mint green shade. And then you just keep applying it until you build it up to the intensity that you want. I didn't have to apply too much. The way I'm doing it is just so that I'm trying to be kind of neat. Then I'm using my Zoeva crease brush, and I've got a little bit of the Fantasy on it, and I'm just blending those harsh lines right between the Bitten shade as well as the Fantasy shade. Just be really, really careful. I'm barely touching it, because you've got a matte shade and you've got a shimmery shade. You don't want to drag too much around, otherwise you'll mess it up. And then again, I'm using that Sigma brush and a little bit of the Bitten, again just to blend between those transitional shades. And now for my brow bone, I'm using the shade Shimma, and just applying that all over my brow bone, because I want a lovely highlighted shimmery brow bone. Now, how many times can I say brow bone, eh? And I'm using Chikadee again and the 224 to again blend between the highlighting shade and the rest of the eyes, just to make sure it's all lovely and seamless and no harsh lines. Anastasia Beverly Hills brow pomade thingy in the shade Chocolate, as always. I'm just doing my brows the usual way, and I also did my eyeliner. I didn't really film too much of it because you guys see me doing it all the time, and plus this video was like 14 minutes long and it would have been a lot longer, so I just kind of saved you the hassle of having to watch me doing exactly the same thing again and again and again. And then as always, I set it with my Anastasia Beverly Hills Clear Brow Gel. To do my eyeliner, I use my L'Oreal Perfect Liner, what is it, Perfect Slim. And then I used my L'Oreal mascara just to finish it all off. Again, as always, I will link everything below. Using my Sigma E30 pencil brush, I am again using Bitten, and I am going backwards and forwards along the lower lash line just to tie everything together so that it gives a really gorgeous kind of cranberry. This is almost like a fall autumn kind of look, but who cares, you know me, I just wear any look at any time of year. This is nothing to do with summer or anything like that, it's just what I felt like wearing. And then I'm using my Rimmel Kohl Kajal liner, whatever it's called, I will list it below, on my waterline, which is what I pretty much use every single day. Then I'm using that same Sigma brush and I am bringing down some of the eyeliner into the Bitten just to smoke it out and give a little bit more black and oomph to it. Then I'm using Shimmer on my tear duct just to brighten up and open up the eyes a little bit more in case they became a little bit closed because of the darkness underneath. Obviously we love darkness. Here we go, completed eyes, now the face. Using my Maybelline Master Sculpt, and I'm using the contouring shade. And I am, as always, using my Sigma Large Angled Contour F40 brush. And I have to go backwards and forwards quite a bit because the colour payoff with this isn't amazingly great, but it does build up very, very slowly, which I actually appreciate more because it stops you going overboard. And then I am also contouring my nose only very, very slightly. Then I'm using my brand new Urban Decay, what's it called? The Afterglow 8-Hour Blush in the shade Rapture, and I am using my MAC 129 blush brush, and I am slowly building up the colour. It's the first time I was using it, so I didn't want to go overboard, which is why it just appears like I'm going backwards and forwards with my blush loads and loads and loads. It's because it was new, it was the first time I'm using it. Absolutely stunning, plummy sort of shade. I really, really recommend this, and you know what, it's called Afterglow, and it really does give like a gorgeous glow. Now I'm using the shade, what's it called, Lucy by Gerard Cosmetics. It's one of their star powders, and I'm using a MAC stippling brush just to obviously give that wonderfully gorgeous highlighted look, which I love to have all the time. This one isn't as champagne as the Marilyn shade. This one has got a little bit more bronze to it, which is what I really, really like about it. Now wipe all that stuff all off your face, thanks. Wipe it all off, blend it in. That's the lip balm, that is, in case you're wondering what I'm talking about, just to prep your lips. Now I'm using Maybelline's Colour Sensational Lip Liner in the shade Intense Pink, and I am just carefully lining my lips as always. Because of the lip balm, everything just applies and goes on a lot more smoothly. And the reason that I'm doing it so thickly is because I am planning to use the lip balm on my lips to blend it all. So there you go, you can see that it's not just going to be a harsh lip line. The lipstick itself is going to have a wonderful base underneath. Now I'm using my brand new Bourjois Rouge Edition Velvet in the shade So Hat Pink, and I absolutely love this. These Bourjois lipsticks are my favourite liquid to MAC drugstore lipsticks. They're the best. I've got about 8 of them. I highly recommend them. They're comfortable, they're long wearing, they don't crack, they don't flake. Actually, they're better than a lot of higher end liquid to matte lipsticks, except that they do come off a little bit because they are a little bit more liquidy. So yeah, so this is the finished look. I hope you guys all enjoy. Like, comment, subscribe, let me know what you think. I'm going to be doing a no makeup look hopefully very, very soon, which is very exciting because I've never done anything like that before, even in real life, let alone on YouTube, so it's all new to me. So yeah, so I hope you are having a wonderful week, and let me know what you think of the video. Follow me on Twitter, follow me on Instagram for my face of the days, where I've already posted this look like last week when I actually filmed it. Love you guys, see you later, toodles, bye.